Let's go. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? Silverback of rappers in the building. You heard me? Yeah.
Let me go.
Feeling this already.
WMD.
Time to turn up when I enter the building. Either you fake or do this for a living. Locking down the game like I put it in the prison. It's not a rap career, more like a mission. The shit I spit is always on. Got C4 explosives in my coat. The rap terrorists, I thought you know. These bum motherfuckers just got to go. When it comes to the bars, I'm well trained. Been doing this at a young age. I'm animal outside the cage. Turning enemies to shark bait. How much shit I got to take when it comes to the rap game nowadays. Most these bum dudes need to fade. Not the handcuff from Stevie J. Clap, clap, dash that, put him in the Snapchat. Lyrical chit chat, bring that track back. Nigga in the tic tac, smell like an ass crack. Where's them hoes at? All my nuts at? Guilty. Been a bad influence with my music showing, proving legacy pursuing. I'm a mutant that be pooping on your petty movement. Either got your mind thinking or your body moving. Stash a microphone from you and ask what you doing. Am I you the music moving? Got you acting stupid. Still recouping, about to lose it off these slicks and juices. Smoke with the Easter Bunny, body slam Cupid. Wait, hold on, wait. Hold on. I'm not even gonna go too crazy, you know what I'm saying? That's some little light. But for the rest of this fucking tour, I'm gonna go fucking ham on your whore. That's what the fuck I'm gonna do to Silverback of rap. Was you able to hear that intro real quick? Was you able to hear the music? Let me know if you was able to hear that music. You know what I'm saying? We live. Oh yeah. Live. We live. Live. Go and tell them we are live. Yo, I told you I could fucking sing. Pull up. You know what I'm saying? We about to get to it, B. Make sure more people pull up. We're gonna make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, Hacksaw Jim Duggan style. And I'll get right back to y'all in a little while.
Yeah. God damn it. I'ma tell y'all niggas one thing. This is goddamn cutthroat McGillicuddy. Slap your bitch face. Make her look like silly putty. And I wanna give a big shout out to my nigga Conan Brooks. And got my nigga Sandman Illa Pardon me, listen, hold it down,
with
nigga.
this rap, I'm getting bored, give me the weed, yo. Monopoly, nobody stopping me. What you kicking is not hip-hop to me. Ali free, Mayweather, nobody boxing me. Into a box, lyrically, physically, I'm the prophecy. Am I the greatest on the mic? Possibly, probably coke in its purest form, leave you wobbly. Vibe with her, do not vibe with me. None of you niggas live to me. This nation's domination, Dwayne Johnson can't even rock with me. New York nigga, black mask with the do-rag. Act hard if you flaunt, we leaving body parts blue-black. I black my block back, I rack, cover your tracks. It's a fact, this boy snap for the racks. Pack on the back, pack in the rack. No gat, it's fist to the face. Ace go with a black bat for trying to puffy get mace. Back the guard, ask the guards who's kicking it raw after all. They reply, Big Cole, J. Coney, and Nas.
With the Bronx heavyweight salute when you see us. Bars like explosives attached to the speaker. It's hip-hop music, no, not trap.
King Coney Brooks
And the Silverback of rap. With the Bronx heavyweight salute when you see us. Bars like explosives attached to the speaker. It's hip-hop music, no, not trap.
King Coney Brooks
And the Silverback of rap. When I got the package, all I do is pack flips. Hide my stacks in the hole of a mattress. Double in that bread that put rocking the actress. Coney Brooks and Sandman, yep, it's a classic. Living in the Bronx while using survival tactics. Either you can rap or put a ball in the basket. Rip apart your body and leave nothing but fragments. Cops ask questions, don't tell them what happened. Grew up scrapping rhymes and backpacking. Puncture your lung when I throw javelins. Look at him scared stiff, looking like a mannequin. Cut out like a bomb threat, cause you losers panicking. Packing luggage and leave, go do some traveling. Terrorizing the Bronx with hip-hop savages. Know from how that marijuana in baby cabbages. Flipping that good, but that's why these haters mad at us. The name of my technique is called variance. These rappers feminine and blow fairy dust. So get it together or get dismembered. Bars like the Hawk with a pissed off temper. Been wise, just like an oh god that is high. Looks like Popeye, nice and Muay Thai. With the Bronx heavyweight salute when you see us. Bars like explosives attached to the speaker. It's hip hop music, no not trap. King Coney Brooks and the silverback of rap. With the Bronx heavyweight salute when you see us. Bars like explosives attached to the speaker. It's hip hop music, no not trap. King Coney Brooks and the silverback of rap.
This is how you cook.
Get 'em. I will transform on this joint, spazzing off the drugs I'm on. Turn C now ever since I'm born, like Nebraska use a corn. In my prime like Optimus, throw you through a Oculus. The Bronx is my metropolis, didn't have a pot to piss. Had to learn not to miss, focus on accomplishments. Beats I'm demolishing, tell me what the problem is. You know you don't want no smoke, seeing you in action is a joke. Catch him with the deadly blow, pack it up, it's time to go. But you wanna call the cops, all the bullshit needs to stop. Stupid idiot, wine stop, hush him out, you can't talk. Merge into a deadly beast, pick your bones after I feast. You want war, now you want peace, cause shit got thick like Cardi B. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form, you been warned, here comes the storm. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form, you've been warned, here comes the storm. I am here to shatter dreams, welcome to my gathering. Blood is always splattering, where I'm from that's happening. Got that cannon fully tucked, all that blade will give you cuts. Sacrifice to get those bucks, most these rappers looking sus. Smack them with the speed and bust, all you see is blood and guts. Too much sources like a duck, brush it off the shoulder rust. Camo with a bag full of ammo, strangle the ops from the tangle. Hang your legs, they gonna dangle. Neck broke just like Kurt Angle. In the art of deity, bring that pain so easily. Most these bums don't deal with me, eradicate immediately. One monkey don't stop the show, I'll continue with the flow. Catch me at the studio, like time I got the glow. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form, you been warned, here comes the storm. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form, you've been warned, here comes the storm. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form, you've been warned, here comes the storm. What you gonna do when I transform? What you gonna do when I transform? Like my body changing form, you've been warned, here comes the storm.
AOB 1212. Tell me how I'm sounding to you. Wagwan. Council Roundtable, episode 299. We almost hit that 300 mark, B. Huh? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the old-fashioned rats and let y'all know what's happening. You dig? Let me fix my camera a little bit. I'm getting a new camera too. You know what I'm saying? Bear with me real quick. Let me say what's up to the chat. What's going on, y'all? Everyone. Anubis is goody. Blaze. What's going on, my guy? Ballet with the blick. Huh? What's up, y'all? Hit that thumbs up. You already know. Say a lot for the motherfuckers in the back. They be acting like we be playing with it. We don't play with that thumbs up, B. We do the thumbs like how Pete Dunne used to do the thumb. Remember? He used to do the thumb manipulation and all that. What the hell is Pete Dunne, by the way? Now, elephant in the room time, right? Maybe a couple elephants in the room. Now, people asked if I was mad about the whole Gunther situation, right? You know, Gunther being the new champion. He beat this dude, Jey Uso. It doesn't really bother me, actually. Like, to tell you the truth, no pun intended, it told a story, remember? This dude, Jey Uso, was going through it, like, when it came to people working on the ribs. You know what I'm saying? Logan Paul keep knocking him out every single time he got a chance. But it told a story. Mainly it was about his ribs. Remember, these dudes was working on the ribs like the whole weekend. Remember, Gupta was like, yeah, I see your weak spot. The match itself, it was fine, you know. It was fine. And I think Jay went out like a warrior. He went out fighting. He ain't tapped nothing like that. Remember, y'all. Gunther tapped. Jey Uso didn't. Gotta keep that in mind also. But it was something different. And Triple H think he's so slick. He think he's so slick. You notice all this is coming out. His back is against the wall. Let's really be real. His job on the line, all that. So Triple H is like, I definitely gotta do something now. I got, you know what I'm saying? But you already know, my dude, like, you got a long way to go. Will they put the Usos back together? I hope not. Like, oh, why? Y'all really want that for real, for real? Like, all right, them beating the New Day. Then what? Because, yeah, I get it. It was somewhat of a tease, I guess. When the New Day said that they defended the belts a couple of weeks ago, they waiting for some competition or whatever. I'm just not here for it. It's a good moment, whatever. But how many times y'all seen the New Day go up against the Usos? That's the main thing I'm saying. I didn't care. Yeah, hold on. I didn't care for a Jay title run, but I at least thought they would give him 90 days as champion until SummerSlam. See, but here's another thing. Even Tofat said this. They normally do shit like that. Like when it comes to the Big Four, somebody loses a title. And I'm glad they didn't go that way with it. You know what I'm saying? Shaw's got the toe when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? They don't normally do title changes on weekly episodes. So, you know, like I say, I'm not mad at it. I'm really not. Another thing. Y'all think CM Punk is a hypocrite? Hey. Do y'all think he's a hypocrite? I already know Toph can't wait to pull up to talk about this. You don't think Punk is a hypocrite, Ballet? That's interesting. Who will Seth cash in on? That's a good question because, Gunther being a heel now. Oh, he always been a heel, but him being a champion now, and he's a heel. So will he cash in on a heel champion? To tell you the truth, they could have cashed in on him last night. Let's really be real. If you want to be realistic, is Gunther gonna stop Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker? All right, Braun Breaker might be a little hurt. He had a little match, you know what I'm saying, prior to the main event. But do you think Gunther would be able to you know what I'm saying, fight off this dude Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins? Because you know Seth Rollins is gonna have Bronson Reed in the cut. Yeah, the Cash App logo wasn't on there. They were just trying to be petty. And they're gonna keep getting petty. Niggas kept complaining, so I cop more diamonds. That's when they on their Jay-Z ish. Remember when people were saying that, oh, Jay-Z got too much diamonds, whatever, he got more. That's basically what TKO / WWE is doing. But yeah, I think CM Punk is a hypocrite, yo. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. He a hypocrite, B. And am I surprised? Not really. Because he already had to kiss the ring coming into WWE. He had to kiss Triple H ring. He had to kiss Roman Reigns ring. Open up the floodgates real quick. Oh, you said no to seeing Usos back together? Okay. So I remember Blaze was saying that. Blaze said he wanted to see them come back together. I just think that they fall past that. All right. If they were to come back together, who would they go up against? Maybe like what, 2 teams? Yeah, we would love to see them versus Fraction, but who else? The New Day again? Like, hell no. I'm looking at my notes right here. Yeah, I'm old school with it. I take notes. Yeah. The Money in the Bank. The money. All right. This is my main thing about the Money in the Bank shit. It's like, yo, y'all put Cody in there, and I hope y'all not really trying to make this shit too predictable, because it's like you will see Cody in there, you automatically think he's gonna win, and I'm like, didn't this dude just pin John Cena at Saturday night's main event? Why is he in the King of the Ring tournament? It just seems so random to me. The Usos versus the Street Profits. Then they go up. No, I don't think they ever win against them. Yeah. Okay, 2 teams. Then what? You got 2 teams there. Fraction and the Street Profits. Oh, 3 teams, I guess, New Day, because they got the belts also. But it's like, I don't know. Now, I'm not saying they should never come together as a tag team. Like for special purposes, like when it comes to like night to night type shit, like they're not always a tag team like what they did from before. A one night only type of tag team. I'm here for that. If I see Zelina Vega fight Chelsea or Piper again, yeah. How much times Zelina Vega's gonna break Chelsea Green's nose? I don't mean it sucks that her nose got broke, but it's like they're trying to use Chelsea Green to get Zelina Vega over. Like, yo, You just gotta come to the facts that Zelina Vega just not it. She's not. How many chances they're gonna give her? Seriously. Okay. Motor City Machine Guns. Okay, all right. That's what, 4 tag teams. You got me there. You got me. The reason why I was saying what I was saying is because I think Jay he should be past all of that. To be in a right, like back into a tag team or back as an Usos full time. I just think he just fall past that. Me personally, seriously. A night thing here and there, like, you know what I'm saying? Cool. Like when it comes to like, I need your help, brother. I need your help. No, brother. Oos, I need your help for one night only. And then whatever. Yeah, I'm surprised they still got a job. Pretty bummy. They are trash. But yeah, Sami Zayn advanced. Roxanne Perez advanced. I like both matches. I actually liked how Roxanne Perez had pinned Kyrie Sane. I haven't seen a pin like that in a long time. The jackknife pin, I think it's called. Is it a jackknife pin? But I never seen a pin like that in a long time. If I want Rikishi to burn WWE to the ground, about what? You talking to him, Blaze, or who are you talking about? Blackstar in the building. Yeah, they trash, yo. That's it. They ain't it. Because you know what it is? Vincent, excuse me, Vincent make people catch their interest from off the kick. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the name with Nia Jax or whatever the case may be at first, and that didn't even go anywhere. Yeah, I'm not here. I'm not here for it. Black Saw, but this dude Blaze do make up some good tag team matches. You know, Motor City Machine Guns. I said Fraction. You also got, of course, a New Day, and you got the Street Profits. That is 4 teams. I wouldn't mind seeing the New Day go up. Excuse me. These dudes go up against. I wouldn't mind seeing tag team matches like them. But like full time, the Usos, nah. One thing I do gotta say about this dude, Jey Uso, it's like, yo, my dude, maybe you bummed out last night because you keep trying to put this dude in a sleeper hole. Like, yo, it's not working. Stop that shit. It's like he trying to catch him like what, 10 sleeper holes. Why? Because you will murder WWE for The Rock if that happens. Nah. When is this podcast anyway? This is Rikishi. I never really watched his podcast from before. I only seen like the like highlights here and there. What's going on NXT, by the way? What's going on over there? Well, yeah, be fucking if the king and queen of the ring is ending at Saudi Arabia, Sami Zayn's winning that. Who I think is going to be the mystery opponent though on the Raw side? Pause. Like you got Roman Reigns, you got Karrion Kross. Who else you got? You got shit. You got Grande Americano. Is he in the King of the Ring? Let me pull this shit up real quick. As a matter of fact, let me pull up the tournament tree for the King of the Ring. Give me 1 second, y'all. Pull up the tournament tree real quick. Okay, here you go. There we go. Let me pull it up on a highly expensive Titantron, Counciltron. My bad. Okay. Here go the tournament tree right here for the guys. So as you can see, Sami Zayn had won his fatal 4-way. I ain't gonna lie, it's an interesting concept when it comes to the fatal 4-way, and then after that, it turns into one-on-one matches. Something different, but this dude Triple H loves his multi-man matches. But anyways, can y'all hear me? As a matter of fact, yeah, okay. Another interesting fatal 4-way right here: Carmella Hayes, Aleister Black, LA Knight, Orton. And it's like the main ones we're looking at is here. Like we all know, eventually these dudes are gonna come get their lick back. Because remember, this dude, LA Knight, cost Braun Breaker his fatal 4-way, so they're gonna want their lick back. That dude, LA Knight, signed his fate. Who knows? But he's definitely not losing. He's definitely not winning this match because he done made more odds against him. So it's looking like this dude Randy Orton might end up winning this. And then you got over here Cody Rhodes. I don't even know how this dude is even in there. Like, how is he in the King of the Ring? Why is he in the King of the Ring? This dude just pinned Cena, had a nice main event. What's up with these dudes not getting their rematch clauses? Why is that a thing? Remember, this dude, Roman Reigns, he still ain't get his rematch yet. Anyways, Damian Priest, Andrade, Nakamura. I don't even know why they even came to work. Y'all know damn well. Y'all might as well be feeding them Gatorade and giving them their motherfucking towels after the match. Don't even show up. Pack y'all up. We all know Cody's winning this. Poor Priest. It sucks. He was at the Puerto Rican Day Parade too, as a matter of fact. And yeah, you got the mystery opponent right here, B. When it comes to the Fatal 4-Way with Bronson Reed, Rusev, and Sheamus. Yo. This match is going to be nothing but chaos. People saying there's going to be Ilya Dragunov that's going to be here. I don't know. That would be pretty interesting, but it's like you don't want to bring in Ilya Dragunov just to lose. That's what I think. Who y'all think? Idolaters! Your soul is required in hell!
You know what time it is.
I'm a bad man. What do you do though, Tove?
That's another stormy Tuesday. You know how it is.
Black Sauce said, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Excuse me. I don't know, but that is must see when that happens. I think it's talking about the mystery opponent. My guess is Cross, unless they are planning a debut. Yeah, people are saying like Ilya Dragunov. Who do you think is going to be the mystery opponent in that bracket?
Oh, we're not seeing Owens for a long time, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah. Owens, he didn't even get his surgery yet, so Owens is going through it right now. It's like just, I just hope for the best. It really sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Cross. All I know is that his deal is up soon, and you know, I'm no dirt sheet person, but I'm just putting two and two together. His deal's up soon. He wasn't in Money in the Bank. He wasn't even in a qualifier for Money in the Bank. Uh, unless he's the mystery person, he's not in the King of the Ring either. It seems to me like they're just not going to use him. And I say if they're not going to use him, cut him loose and just let him cook elsewhere because I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm not
Shit,
even a Cross
word.
fan, but I don't got to be a Cross fan to know that, you know, the dude's clearly hungry. He wants to be on TV. They keep doing these backstage segments that just go nowhere, kind of similar to Bray Wyatt. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Cross.
Yeah, it's good, Henny God. Yeah, like I hope they're not making it that predictable because Triple H think he's slick. He's low key on the roll, little slight roll, little bit. Let's not make this shit too predictable like what you normally do. You're not supposed to be playing it safe now. Your job's on the fucking line. Remember that, Triple H. Cody Rhodes should not be winning the King of the Ring. I don't care what nobody say. Like seriously, like um, I just don't get how this dude don't get a rematch. Not only that, he pinned this dude John Cena at Saturday Night's main event. So why the hell is he in the King of the Ring? That's so random. Just want shit like that. You know what I mean?
Hashtag WWE logic.
Like, since when shit like that happen? Like, they really don't like that dude. Like, you say, yeah, you got to start all the way from the bottom now. Bogus behavior. Yeah, I was going for Jade also. Like, I do agree with you on that, Black. So I think Jade is winning the Queen of the Ring. And Queen Jade got a ring to it. I can hear like Queen Jade. And then they give her the what's the female crown? The scepter, not the scepter. What's it? The female crown? It's not a crown. It's something else.
Tiara.
Tiara, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see her on that type of time. Queen Storm. Yeah, B. Who you got going? Who you got on winning the King and Queen of the Ring?
I mean,
Yeah, nigga, you wake up.
well, I don't know who's winning the. I don't know about that one. But for the King of the Ring, I got Sammy. You know, because it's going to be in Saudi.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Mm-hmm. Either Sammy or Cody, like, you know, them trying to go on the safe route, they'll
That's
pick
probably the
Cody or
final.
whatever.
That's probably the final, Sammy and Cody, with Sammy beating him because it's in Saudi.
Yeah, and it's gonna end up being a Raw person versus a SmackDown person at in the
Right.
finals. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, I told people as well, the Royal Rumble next year is also in Saudi. So Sammy's my favorite to win the Rumble as well.
Speaking of Saudi, go ahead, nigga.
Not much for me to say. I mean, the internet's already cooked this dude, Bill, all fucking day, and rightfully so. You know, he's a fraud. You know, but hey, man, I guess the check cleared, covered in blood, right, Philip? Anyway,
Go ahead.
that's it. I don't have much to say. He's a hypocrite. I've been saying that for years. Got called out. So he's ghosted social media today. He's very active on social media normally. Not active today. He knows. He's not stupid. So I figured Phil out years ago. You know, he's the kind of person that he says he says what he thinks like rebellious fans will cheer for. But deep down,
I remember you was saying that. I remember you did say that from before.
yeah, he says whatever he thinks that rebellious fans will like. But when push comes to shove at the 11th hour, he's not a rebel. He bends over and he kisses the ring, just like you said. He's not a real rebel. He's not like Roddy Piper. You know, he's not like, New Jack. Like he thinks he is. In his head, he may think he is, but he's not. He's just like everybody else.
It's crazy because it's like, damn, he has nothing left. It's like at least that's the only thing you had, my dude. Like you at least you stood tall on never going to Saudi Arabia. But I'm not surprised. Because him signing the WWE, especially if these motherfuckers is gonna have the Royal Rumble out there. CM Punk is not sitting out the Royal Rumble.
Right. It's just a case of be careful what you say, because people got receipts, and he clearly didn't think about a lot of the stuff he said before he said it. And whether he wants to admit it or not, he's definitely like, shit, I shouldn't have said that. He'll never admit it, but that much is very, very, very clear. My whole thing on Punk really is, at the end of the day, he's a fraud. Because he likes to call himself a rebel, but when you really think about it, he never took a chance on himself like many others did. He acts like he did. I mean, to me, that was like the most important line from the pipe bomb. Maybe I'll take the title and go back to Ring of Honor. Maybe I'll go defend it at New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like, you said all that shit, Punk. Like, he was going to go and, heat up the indies. You didn't do that, though. Cody did it. Christian did it. Lashley did it. Drew did it. The fuck did you do? Oh, that's right. You went back to your sofa in Chicago in your shitty apartment and you sat on your ass for 7 years. Oh, that's right. You also got embarrassed in UFC because that didn't work out. You never went back to WWE when they were like at record low ratings and attendance, that horrific 2010s, like late 2010s, 2017, 2018, 2019, like when WWE actually really needed the help. You didn't make the jump to WWE then. You didn't make that leap of faith when AEW started in 2019. You didn't make that leap like Jericho did. Like
he made it like 2 years later, right?
Right. He waited until AEW was established when it was the hot ticket, and then you made the jump. You made the jump after Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson and Andrade and Malachi Black and Christian and FTR. You waited until these dudes, okay, it's safe now. That's when you made the jump. And then when you went back to WWE, you didn't go back to WWE when they really were in trouble. No, you went back to WWE when they were doing record booming business. You went back to WWE when you had the Tribal Chief and you had Seth Rollins and you had Jey Uso and LA Knight and Gunther. Like, no, you went back to WWE when they were good. You went back to WWE when the table was already made. Like when you have Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner, and there's that one lazy fucking cousin that shows up late, and it's like they don't got to do anything because the food is already made. So, okay, free food. Well, since I'm here, I guess I'll eat. That's Punk. That's him. He's a fucking con man. That's why Heyman loves him so much, because Heyman's a con man too. But it's whatever.
Oh man, I just sat through that whole thing that you just said. I'm just thinking to myself, so what else is new? I can't believe nobody noticed that. Masada called that out years ago. But Masada's not big enough, so nobody cares.
Ooh, Masato Tanaka?
Masada, the wrestler.
Okay.
He's known for hardcore, but he's been in the business forever. He had problems with Punk and Ring of Honor. And so did Kid Cash. Kid Cash called it out years ago. But nobody cares what Kid Cash got to say. Even Teddy Hart's crazy ass called him out. He always called him CM Puke.
Yeah, remember they got into a fight backstage?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, he's been called out several times. But always somebody going, you're just a hater or something. So that's why I went like this.
What would they call him out? What would they call him out and say? What they would say, like, He's fake. What would they
They've
say?
been said he's a fraud. He's phony. He always tries to act like a locker room leader, even back in the day. All this junk,
Right.
Hmm.
like. But I'm sitting up here at the end of the day, dude. He took the money. He always takes the money. He even told you before in the promo, "I didn't sell out. I cashed in." The heel self is his true self.
That was the first story I heard. I heard a story years ago. I think this was like when Booker came back. This was like I think after he left TNA and then went back to WWE. I heard a story that I guess this is when Punk was champion. I guess, and he was doing an interview backstage, and I think it was like for WWE magazine because WWE magazine was still a thing at the time.
Mhm.
And Punk was talking about like he was asked a question. I forgot what the question was, but Punk responded with, "As the locker room leader." And as the story goes, when Booker heard that, he laughed.
Yeah.
he
Thanks a
basically
lot.
laughed.
Thanks a lot,
Wait,
Marlo.
wait. RVD even said he's like, yeah, that dude tried to be a locker room leader to me. Talking about I'm gonna call a meeting and just want to let you know it's gonna do. Robert Van Dam's like, who the fuck are you?
Right, right.
Mm-mm.
That's
You
why.
know,
That's why he got humbled in AEW. It's like you may be the biggest star here, but like you're not the fucking captain, my dude. You didn't start that company, bro. Like Cody, the Elite, TK, like that had nothing to do with you, my dude. You know, and he
that
tried to. He tried.
I
I
can give
tried to act
two.
like he was the captain.
Uh, I can give two rocks about AEW. All I'm saying is that if they didn't, it's like people that get surprised or dismayed. I'm like, I've been seeing that play. That don't bother. You know what I mean?
And look, I'm
I
messy. I
think it's
still want
y'all
to know what
fault.
the hell happened with Brawl Out. That's what the fuck I want to know what happened. Like they keeping that shit on the wraps. Like, oh, is a case pending or they doing an investigation? Like y'all motherfuckers is capping. Did that Brawl Out happen or not?
Yeah, it happened. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm calling cap because that shit don't take that long for a damn investigation.
Oh, it's wrestling.
Not an investigation of that magnitude.
Wrestling is the only form of entertainment where like you can assault people and not go to jail for it because it's wrestling. You know, we got to make money. That's a tale as old as time. Whereas in any other, type of beef, if you got into a fight, you're getting arrested. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like it was a little scuffle. Ain't nobody dying or nothing like that. So why they still keeping this brawl out or brawl in, whatever the fuck it was, still under the wraps? Oh, it's getting investigated till this day. What really happened back there between Punk and the Bucks and Kenny Omega and Jericho and everybody? You know what I'm saying? Was everybody just wilding the fuck out? Like, come on. Y'all
what
showed this
happened
other
was
bullshit with this dude roughing up um Jungle Bum. Y'all showed that footage.
yeah. Well, I think the other reason too is that there were with the brawl out thing, there were third parties involved that were not wrestlers, and for that reason, legally speaking,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
that was
Oh,
right.
yeah, because I guess because his wife, or was it A Steel wife was there and she had got involved, so I guess that makes sense.
And then the dog, don't animal abuse is taken pretty seriously.
Hmm.
Though Kenny did try to save the dog, so
Yeah, like didn't the dog break a tooth? I think that's what Punk said. Larry had broke a tooth. I would have lost my mind too if that was my pet. Yeah, B. I just noticed Anubis. Where the hell Anubis go? Probably lost connection. Yeah,
yeah, the
B.
whole thing
So
was the whole
that
thing was really just a big misunderstanding, really, and the person really to blame, really, at the end was TK for not really giving any clarity. The origin of it all, as dumb as it is, was the Cole Cabana dude. He was the origin of it. Cabana
appreciate you,
was
Fletch.
Cabana was with AEW, and then when Punk came in, he was very quietly just sort of like pushed to like Ring of Honor, and the speculation was that TK did it to appease the Punk because Punk and Cabana had a fallout, allegedly. But a lot of people rumored allegedly that they think that Punk basically told TK to put Cabana there, and TK never came out to confirm that, but he
Right.
didn't deny it either. So to give a comparison to WWE fans, it's like the whole Stephanie McMahon Macho Man myth that's been around for decades, and to this day, Stephanie, Triple H, or no one from the McMahon family has confirmed that myth, but they've never denied it either. And so because it's never been outright denied, the myth still exists. And so when you don't tackle it directly, when you just sort of feign ignorance, the imagination of fans kind of runs wild. So that's kind of what happened, was that there was this assumption that TK put Cabana and Ring of Honor, basically took them off TV because
Yeah,
of
because they
Punk.
thought Punk gave him the green light on that.
Right, right. So a lot of people and on the roster were tight with Cabana, like the Bucks, Hangman, among others. And that was when, Hangman cut the workers' rights promo. No one really knew what he was talking about. Punk was offended. They had their match at Double or Nothing. Punk won. And then the very next night he got hurt. And that was it. After he got hurt, that was basically the end of it. And then everyone had pretty much moved on. And so from that point on, like, it was over. Like, the drama was over. And then Punk came back, and if you remember, that's when they were doing the title for title. No, I'm sorry, they were doing the interim shit. I know you didn't like the interim
Oh
champion,
God,
right?
yeah.
Mox was right. Mox was the interim champion, and then Punk was like the real champion. So then Punk got the microphone, and he went off script and called out Hangman. And to me, that was the part right there that I mentioned before,
No,
where I was like, it was over. It
Hangman
was
did it
over.
first. Hangman did it first.
No, Hank, after he lost to Punk, like, that was it. Like, no one threw any more shots. Like, everybody had moved on. When what I'm saying is, when
Yeah,
Punk
like
came out,
I
when
hear what
he
you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Like
yeah,
Hangman threw shots first, but then that's when this dude had got hurt. Punk had got hurt, and when he
right,
came
right, Punk
back,
got hurt.
when he came back
Right,
months later, he addressed it.
right,
So it's like, what are we doing here? Like when they come to
right,
that instance, it was like, yo, you should
right,
be past that.
right. That tells you that, like, while he was recovering and rehabbing, he was just like sitting on it. It's like when you're in school and you're in detention, or you're in school detention because of somebody else. And so it's like you're just thinking about, man, how can I fuck this guy over when I get out of here? Like, that was a really big sign of immaturity there. And so when Punk, when he said that, a line about Hangman, that was really when, like, that was the beginning of the end there. That was like when you started hearing reports every week about, like, drama and backstage altercations, Ziggler's brother, Jack Perry and the Glass, the Bucks ignoring him. It was like every single week. And before that point, it was like everything was chill, everything was quiet. And then, like, Punk started that shit. So whether he wants to admit it or not, there's a part of him that I honestly think thrives in chaos. I think he gets bored when he's in a job where there's nothing going on. And I know people like that. Like, there's a movie based off that. Have you ever seen that movie Lean on Me with Morgan Freeman? It's based off a
Really?
real
Of
story. Yeah,
course.
remember how the Mr. Clark character was just fucking causing chaos? Remember that one scene where, like, he fired that one
That's
teacher?
Mr. Clark wasn't bored. He just was extreme with his teaching.
Right, right, right. But there's a
He had to
specific
make
scene
sure
in the
they passed
movie.
the minimum basic skills test. That
Yeah, but
means they can hardly read.
there's a scene in the movie where he wrote up that teacher for picking up a piece of trash while he was, basically doing a speech
Yeah,
or whatever.
man.
And then he,
Don't pick up no trash when singing the school song.
right.
Yeah, he would.
Anyway,
Yo, yeah, but yeah, that's
yeah.
completely different. Mr. Clark wasn't bored at his job.
No, he wasn't bored, but he thrived on chaos, clearly.
I guess that's why they call him Crazy Joe. Shit, but yeah, yo, AOB. Thanks a lot for the new subs, y'all. Appreciate y'all. You already know the vibes. Every Tuesday and Friday, we go live. Excuse me. We go live 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you tap in, B. We got
Back on
plenty
the
of content.
originals.
We got plenty of content. And you know what I'm saying, when it comes to this week, when it comes to last week, you know what I'm saying, Tuesday and Friday content, we got the the Dynamite. What's the name of that Dynamite again that we did last week? Fighter Fest.
Last week was Fighter Fest.
Yeah. Josh, what's going on, my dude? How you been? Yo, my dude Josh. Check out my dude Josh. You be having the good ass pizzas and all that. Making them fresh pizzas.
Oh, nice. It is dumb though that Saudi's getting the last Punk Cena match ever. Like the fuck. That's
Man,
so
look,
bad.
Cena is not. I'm telling you, Cena. This is not going to be Cena's last year. Trust me. Cena will be back at least once.
Mhm.
You really think Cena's going to be done after this? That's your cap.
Well, I guess we'll know based off his hairline.
But going back to that, right? I think it would have been so much better if Cena would have leaned on to challenging him in Saudi Arabia. He should have been like, yeah, Punk, why don't you face me in Saudi Arabia? You know about Saudi Arabia, right? Yeah, I know you know. He should have leaned in on that a little bit.
Yeah, maybe they will. They got time, I guess.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe
They,
will.
they got time.
I mean, Punk literally said himself, "You pick the date." Cena's like, "Oh, okay." You know? So,
And I was saying in the chat, I was saying that, yo, if you think of it, CM Punk didn't say anything. Like, he didn't say he was with it. But there was people saying that he said it off the mic. He said that he said you're on when the mic wasn't close by.
we'll see the reactions he gets. One thing I say about wrestling fans, they don't forget. I know that. They got the receipts
Yeah.
for everything.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, motherfucker set up the cake like, nah, he said you're on. He just wasn't talking in the mic. I guess they read his lips.
Right. Like you said, man, he kissed the ring.
Yeah.
So,
Because remember, he was throwing shots at Roman Reigns also. And it's like, yeah, you're going to have to kiss this ring also. Because if he didn't kiss this Roman Reigns ring, I don't know. Like, he probably wouldn't even had a match with him, let alone, like, he probably would have jobbed out to him.
yeah. That's probably why they even did the convoluted three-way with Seth to begin with. You know, probably didn't feel comfortable doing a one-on-one. You know, so Seth is like the workhorse. Like, okay, he can bump for both of us, so it won't be as awkward.
You know what it is? That dude CM Punk probably asked his hero Brett. So, yo, Brett, I'm in a conundrum right here. Like, what should I do? Brett probably told him, man, you better take that fucking money. You stupid. Because remember, we never thought Brett was gonna come back to the WWE, and look what happened.
Yeah, that's the other part about Punk I don't get. He always talks about like how much of a Brett fan he is, but like push came to shove, Brett would work with people he didn't like care for. It's like why didn't you do the same, Punk? Like what? I don't get it. Whatever.
When the bills come piling in, you'd be like, man, look. A lot of people know, especially nowadays, man, the bills, man, look.
Don't forget, man, Mox said that. Don't forget, Mox alluded to that. Remember? He was like, the only reason you came back was because the bills came. No, his exact words were, "You only came back because the money ran dry." That's what he said. I remember that.
But that's the thing. I don't think Punk is broke, though.
He never said he was broke. He just said the money ran dry. That's all he said.
Oh, so basically he don't know when the next check is coming in. He got
Right.
bread, but yeah.
Yeah, because he had signed a UFC deal for like, I think it was 2 or 3 fights. And after that second fight, Dana was like, man, this ain't going to work out. You know, so I know he was doing commentary for like Bellator or something like that. I know that.
Yeah, for a short period of time.
Yeah, and he had like some comic books or something nobody read.
Yeah.
So he didn't. I'm not being a dick. Like nobody read him. So
Yeah.
I don't know what his source of income was. So that's what Mox was alluding to, because he was out of wrestling for 7 years. You can only live off your royalties for so long. So it wasn't like Punk So, but it's not like Punk is like you want to talk about the dudes in wrestling. Like I always see this. Like every time Matt Hardy does any of like the broken stuff,
Yeah.
whether it's like in TNA or like whatever, I always hear wrestling fans ask like, "Damn, like Matt's got a really fucking nice house," because he does. He's got like he's got like a
Yeah, he
mansion
has
within a
a
mansion.
fucking manor. It's
Right. Yeah, a lot of people
land
always
and
ask
everything.
like,
It's like a whole it's literally a compound.
yeah. I always hear wrestling fans ask like Matt Hardy of all people, like, why does he have like just such a nicer house than like Stone Cold Steve Austin or The Rock or Trip? Like, how can he afford that? And I'm like, royalties, because he gets royalty. Him, Jeff, Edge, Christian, the Dudleys. Like every time there's a TLC match, a Money in the Bank match, like they get paid for it.
Really?
Anytime that's their shit, bro. They trademarked it.
Let
Yeah,
me see. That's interesting.
yeah, they trademarked it. Yeah, so any merchandise based off of TLC, Money in the Bank, or ladders, or tables and chairs, they get paid off of it. Anytime it's featured in a video game by WWE, they get
Yeah.
royalties off that.
Yeah, I think
Anytime
I
there's
remember
Yeah.
this dude Maven was saying like how this dude Jeff Hardy always used to switch up his face painting. And Maven was like, yo, why do you do that? He's like, I'll keep doing this because I get royalties off like toys and video games.
Mm-hmm.
And the more different face paint I have, the more toys and more merch they can make of me because I'm gonna have different face paint.
Remember that period where like every Mania Ray was cosplaying like as a different superhero? Remember
Yeah.
that? Yeah. That's why royalties.
Mm.
They get paid for life. So like Matt's lucky. Punk doesn't have that kind of money. He's got like top guy money, but he doesn't have like royalties for life kind of money. You know what I mean? Like that's you don't got to do shit for the rest of your life type of money. Like that's the you can sit in your ass and just basically do nothing and still get paid type of money. Like Punk doesn't have that. Most people in wrestling don't have that. So yeah.
And I think they kept the money in the family too, because I think they always had land. The Hardys, they always had land, and they just contributed to it.
Matt Hardy
And
brand wasn't just a gimmick. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't just a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like when they say the Hardy compound, like they literally got a compound. Because I think Jeff Hardy house is on the property also.
Yeah, that was ahead of his time. To me, his best gimmick was version 1. Version 1, Matt, was basically social media before. So yeah, version 1, Matt, was like social media before social media was a thing. Like the random shit that he would post is like the stuff that you would see like on Twitter today or TikTok today or whatever.
Matt Hardy is lactose intolerant.
Yeah. Hangman was doing it too. Remember that like that period in like 2020, 2021, 2022, where every time Hangman came out, there's like a random quote underneath his name. Like that was great. Yeah. They need to bring that back. Whoever did that, that was great.
Does Matt get royalties for slapping tornadoes? Tell you, and that entrance music was busting too.
Yeah. Him and MVP got like one of the best.
No. Matter of fact, if you think of it, why his and Eric Bischoff's entrance music sound a little similar?
Probably the same singer. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, because he said, "Oh yeah," and the other one says, "I am back."
Yeah,
that's how the
that's how the tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, big ups to Matt Hardy and MVP. Definitely one of the more memorable mid-card feuds in the modern era.
Remember they was doing like a whole like a triathlon?
Yeah.
They played
Senior
basketball.
Benjamin was hilarious. I miss Senior Benjamin.
Yeah, definitely. And the drone. Speaking of drones, yo, the fucking Royal drone. I love the Royal drone.
Oh,
I just love when they get
the arena.
Yeah, I love the drone. That shit really gets the good angles.
Yeah, big ups to Matt. He was doing drones first with Vanguard 1.
Yeah. Vanguard 1. Yeah, I was trying to remember the motherfucking name. Vanguard 1.
Yeah, he was the first wrestler I think ever to use drones ever. Yeah, I remember people were like, "This is corny." And I was like, no, like it's cool. Like when it zoomed out and it showed like his yard with the symbol on it. Like, yeah.
Like I remember when didn't Vanguard won like during one of those deletion matches, it was shooting out like firecrackers and all that, made it look like missiles.
Yeah. The one that made me laugh was like when Vanguard won, like had like a hologram of Matt, like he was fucking
Yeah.
on a Power Rangers. That was great.
I'm looking for this shit now. I could have sworn I seen that shit. Yeah, like I was here for the final deletion. I remember motherfuckers was making fun of it, like, "Oh, this is so corny, this is stupid," and yada yada. I'm like, "Come on, like this is fun. Don't be mean."
Yeah, it was great.
Like I remember motherfuckers like Wrestling with Regret and all that was making fun of it, and I'm like, "Come on." Only reason why y'all all making fun of it is because TNA, of course.
Because it was TNA, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody, I was just talking about with Black Star. Everybody was talking about Mr. Iguana from AAA.
Yo, I'm telling you, we stay talking about Mr. Iguana. I'm telling you, he's gonna be a star. I think they're gonna call him up to the main roster.
Yeah, I was talking to Black Star about it, and I was like, the same people who were like praising Mr. Iguana were shitting on Orange Cassidy, and I'm like, what? They're both comedy wrestlers. There's no difference. Like, come on now. Like,
it might be a little bit. I think this is the difference. He got that hand puppet, and I can see kids playing with like the hand puppet and shit, and having the mask. Because doesn't he wear a mask also with shades?
Yeah. Well, me personally, I love comedy wrestlers in every company. Norman Smiley in WCW, Crash Holly.
Yeah, see, that's what be killing me with that motherfucker. He over there humping dudes and slapping their ass. The type time he's on. Fuck you. Fuck out of here. What's good, King Leo? Big ups to the panel. Salute to the chat. Slam that like button. Elbow drop that fucker right now. Yeah, man. Black Soul said, I laughed for days when he said, Brother Nero, I knew you'd come.
Remember that time Bray saw Jeff in the locker room and he was like, Brother Nero.
Brother Nero. See, that's the thing. Speaking of Broken Matt, when he linked up with Bray Wyatt, man, I'm telling you, they could have killed it. They really could have killed it, but this dude was just Vince was just gone at that time. It was like, damn, B. They could have created magic with the what is it, the leader of worlds? That's the name of the tag team, right?
Yeah, it was over. They were like the top merch sellers. Yeah, they were the top merch seller at the time. I remember they did like I forgot what they called it, but it was like a WWE version of the Final Deletion.
Yeah,
it wasn't as good
I think it was
TNA's.
total deletion, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It wasn't as good as the TNA one, but it was fine enough. And as I remember it, it main evented Raw, and Vince let it main event Raw because the story that went out was he expected it to flop. Turned out it was the highest number they did that year. I remember that.
Really?
It was a high number. And so it was a simple case of Vince was expecting it to fail and then it didn't fail. So then Vince was like, well, shit. And it was just a case of he didn't like it. And so because he didn't like it, he killed it off. And it was like, why? It had a lot of life. It definitely gave Bray new life because he wasn't doing shit before that. So
because he didn't like it. And motherfuckers want Vince back. Given the fact that how old was he then? He was like what 9 years younger then?
Yeah.
Imagine now.
I was saying then, I really think that Vince was developing Alzheimer's during
now this motherfucker might have Hornswoggle as a WWE champion. How senile he is right now.
He was legit developing Alzheimer's. I think he was just gone at that point.
This is crazy. Like, damn. It's still somewhat of a shock to a certain degree that the McMahons have no power in WWE anymore. They got some
Yeah.
power. They got some power,
Yeah.
but man, who would ever
I
thought?
see. I see. Triple H still can't help himself though. He's got to be the face of everything. When they did that reveal of Mania in Vegas again, and of course Triple H, are you ready? It's like this could have just been an email, my guy. You didn't got to be
Yo,
fucking.
fuck him, man. Seriously. This motherfucker took a pic with R-Truth. Oh, Ron Killing, excuse me, sir. I'm trying to put respect on your name. It's been a long time. He fucking did that pic with R-Truth with the whole finger pointing bullshit. R-Truth looked like he wasn't even here for it. He was like, man, because he's a lying piece of shit, Paul Levesque.
Yeah.
Shots go out to R-Truth's son. Oh, excuse me. Shots go out to Chris Killings. That's his name, Chris, right?
Mm-hmm.
Letting
Yeah, it's got to
motherfuckers
be
know
awkward
this
too.
dude over here capping.
Yeah, it's got to be awkward too, because like he made the call. Like that must be a crazy 7-day process. You do what you're asked. You work Cena Saturday Night Main Event. Okay. Cena can't be bothered to show up, so you got to do the heavy lifting on TV. All right. You work the match in the Saturday Night Main Event. You lose. Whatever. Okay. Then the following SmackDown, you work against Cobb. He's a new guy. Got to give him a win. All right, you're the loyal soldier. Cool. Whatever. Very next day, you get a phone call. Hey man, we're not renewing you, even though you've been with the company for 20 years.
Unreal.
No send off. No, we're not gonna write you off. No angle. No farewell speech. Just
the motherfucker got fired on his day off. Like you get fired on your day off. Like
that's basically what happened.
You like Smokey.
Yeah, that's
no,
literally
excuse me.
what
Treat you
happened.
like Craig. Excuse me. I said Smokey.
Yeah, that's literally what happened. Like imagine working at a company for 20 plus years, and you get fired on your day off, in a text message, hey, don't bother coming back, and then
no fault of your own, nothing.
Right. And so what happened was they really didn't think it was that big of a deal. They were just like, yeah, who really gives a shit? And then it backfired. It went viral in the wrong way. And so then they were like, oh shit, we got to get this guy back. So then you get a call from Nick Khan and he's like, hey man, don't worry about that. Just go ahead and come back. And you're like, man, fuck them. And Nick probably said, look, don't trust them, trust me. We cool, right? So Troop is like, fine. So you show up a day and a half before Money in the Bank. You do the angle. You get a big reaction. You go through the curtain, and the first person you see is the dude that fired you to begin with, and he wants to take a photo with you, so he can point his finger.
That shit weird. That shit hella fucking weird, man.
Yeah, so put yourself. You
didn't even have the balls to even say I'm fired. Damn old Triple H should have woke up the truth and told her, yo, Truth, yo, my dude, I ain't gonna lie. You don't have a job here anymore. Anything. He probably had an assistant do that shit because he's pussy.
Yeah. So it's got to be a weird, trippy feeling because it's you're taking a photo of a guy that wanted you gone, but now he begrudgingly has to hire you back. So it's okay, you're hired back, but you now know he never wanted you to begin with. He doesn't value you. He doesn't value what you bring to the company. So it's wow, that's yeah. It just proves MVP right.
And like I said from before, if this dude Triple H, aka Paul Levesque, was a regular manager from a Staples or Walmart or whatever the case may be, if he was on that type of time, you already know they would have been called him racist. Let's really be fucking real. But these dudes always want to twist into pretzels and be like, oh, Triple H never do that. Triple H never say that. That's Papa H. He pays their bills or some shit. Regular fucking fans. It was on when I was over there at Jabba's Chairs or whatever. A motherfucker was trying to tell me oh, you don't know what happened. Maybe it was a work. I'm like, first of all, I actually watched the show. I know damn well this dude Triple H is nowhere near that creative. And then not only that, His fucking son confirmed it. Why would his son go out of his way to put, oh, you capping? If it's, you know what I'm saying? No response. Vince really fired their money eater, Bray Wyatt. What? Yeah. This dude was making bread. He was making bread when it comes to the merch. This dude, Bray Wyatt, he was making bread for WWE. One of the top merch sellers, and they fired him because I guess he was difficult to work with. Vince would have fired Austin because he didn't like the Austin 316. They got a damn new shirt out. Was it UFC 316? I think I see these motherfuckers promoting that shit. What is that about?
I think it's just a collab.
UFC 363. Doesn't it just come off as a little cheap? I don't know. Oh, that's how they say his name, Mr. Iguana. That's how they say his name. Does he dance like Penta? Something like that. I'll picture him because I never seen him fight or anything like that from before.
Yeah, he looks like a temple guard off of Legends from the Hidden Temple. Those guys just scared the fuck out of me as a kid.
Yeah, like I seen him when we was watching. What's Saturday Night's Main Event?
No, it was
No, it was Money in the Bank. Excuse me.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that's the only time I seen him when he was in the crowd. And when I seen him, I was like, "Yeah, dude is money." I could see WWE making money off of him.
Yeah, it was a great promo, Black Star. It really was, and there's even some fans online pushing for Ron to actually win the title and beat Cena. And
me too. Yes, me too.
Yeah, it's a cool idea, but we got to be realistic. Like, Triple H ain't gonna do that shit.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because it's like, yo, this dude is the most overdue on the whole fucking roster. Let's really be real.
Right.
But he can't. He can't book a strong, dominant black man. He's allergic to that shit. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
Because Bobby Lashley was one of them.
I always said Keith Lee was
for
a
you,
fluke.
pal.
I always said Keith Lee was a fluke, and he didn't book Keith. Remember, that was Regal.
Yeah, I'm just glad Keith Lee is still alive. I would say.
Same.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not impossible. I'd say it's improbable.
Jesus.
Not impossible.
The fucking people is tremendous. This is like a fucking one of them basketballs some little kids play with.
Mm-hmm.
That's how big the meatball is. Pause.
Bruh.
Triple fraud. Triple pretzel. Yeah, that's how motherfuckers twist their brain up into pretzels to try to find excuses for this dude.
Here's a funny laugh for everybody today. Almost got in trouble at work when I was laughing at this. From Variety, Diddy's ex-girlfriend suggests he had a bi curiosity he was ashamed to explore, as his lawyer asked her to define cuck.
Oh man, I was gonna talk about that Diddy shit too. Like, I ain't gonna. All this shit is funny, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, all right, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. I'm not trying to hear everything about this dude's sexcapades. Like, I get it. This dude's a fucking freak monster. Whatever. Can we get to is he out here like doing the most? Like, we want to hear some real, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to hear about this dude Larry all the damn time. Yeah, exactly. It's like how much are you? Oh, he had this with me. He had that with me. Okay, like it's been like what a month now. I get it. You know, I understand. It's a slow burn, whatever. But all right now, you about to burn the fucking kitchen down.
This is the thing. I feel like they're trying to like prove the sex trafficking so bad when they already proved the RICO.
Well, they need to lean in on that Rigo.
But they already got the RICO. They got the bribery. They got the prostitution.
But it's not. It's like they're not From what I'm gathering, they're not elaborating on it. Only thing I'm hearing about is this dude Larry all over the damn place. Like, okay, who cares? Whatever.
They really haven't talked about his cop. They just talked about how controlling he is and how he likes to basically
How?
people.
But honey, like, how they never talk about he's having sex? He's not having sex with anything else. Well, yeah, he is, but you know what I mean.
You have to correct yourself.
He's watching. It's like he likes to watch other people have sex with people with big black cocks.
The fuck? Yeah. Easy. Her man, bogus behavior. Blaze said, "Hold on, babe. They better have wrote Ron Killers a fat I'm sorry check. Of course they did.
I'm sorry, 2004.
That shit ain't that shit light. Of course you're gonna give him some bread, but I think they probably gave him a little bit more creative control. Not too crazy with the creative control, but they gave him a little bit.
Face right here.
Yeah, that's so. Idolaters!
Pull us back. You shall burn in hell.
Oh man.
It's definitely how the Diddy trials ending. Only question is who's gonna pull the trigger.
Shit. Well, it ain't gonna be Cassie. She went off. She rode off to the sunset, happily ever after. Got a new kid and all that. It's gonna be Farnsworth Bentley. That's what's gonna be.
Wow, you took it back with that guy. That guy's in the fucking shadow realm hiding.
Yo,
Who knows what the fuck he is?
Motherfucker gonna bring the penguin umbrella, like the machine gun umbrella that penguin got. Cause you know this dude always has umbrella. Let that shit rip on Diddy. Not even gonna hold you. Yeah, B. So, Leo, you still there? But what happened on NXT earlier tonight? What's up with this dude, Ricky Saints? I'm about to say Ricky Starks. I know he lost a belt to this dude Ethan Page, and I see they trying to tease a feud between Ethan Page and Javon Evans.
I want to ask me. I don't know shit about NXT.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just so much because it's like, yo, they just throwing the motherfuckers in there, and it's like, yo, y'all, it's just too much coats of paint. Yeah. We all remember when NXT was small and concise. Like, you only had less than a handful of shit going on within an hour.
There's no consistency, man. It's like I said, you know,
it's too much going on.
I hate to be the dead horse. Like, I'm never watching NXT. I don't care because it doesn't matter. There's no consistency. Any story that they can do can be ruined at any time because we got to call somebody up, and that's like their get out of jail card. Anytime they do something that doesn't make sense, it's just like, oh, it's because they got to call somebody up. Okay.
Damn, he got kinesio tape on his throat. Oh, from that cutter that this dude Ethan Page corner with on the chair.
Oof.
Jasper Troy. Is that the Jasper Troy dude? Is that dude that looked like Mims? Miles Bourne called up. I don't know who Miles Bourne is. Yeah, man. Is Miles Bourne from what's the name of that shit? Evolve.
It sounds like an evolved name.
Yeah, that shit sound hella fucking generic. Miles Bourne. That shit sound like something from the 2000, from early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of early 2000s, yo, you got to see the beginning of the BET Awards, my dude. Me and my lady was going down memory lane. They had did like a 25-year anniversary of 106 Park and all that shit. And Rap City the Basement. That shit was fun.
Oh, nice. I'll find it on YouTube. I removed BET from my cable like fucking like a decade ago. I'll find it on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, it should be on there. They had who they had? They had Bow Wow come through, spit some shit. You know, he did his old school shit. They had Keisha Cole, they had Mariah Carey, they had Jim
Oh,
Jones. He
speaking of
did
Keisha Cole,
Ballin'.
speaking of Keisha Cole, did you know Diddy directed "I Should Have Cheated"? That
No,
song
I
has a
didn't know that.
yeah, that song has a new meaning now. I guess you should have.
Like I ain't gonna lie, I like that shit that he did with Keisha Cole. The last night didn't get an answer. But come to figure out that song was about Cassie.
Yeah.
About basically him about to, spaz on Cassie because she couldn't get in touch with him. Oh, he couldn't get in touch with her. You know about that song? Last night
Mm-mm.
couldn't even get an answer.
Who did it?
It was Diddy and Keisha Cole.
Oh, okay. That makes
But and
sense then.
but anyways, yeah, it had a few motherfuckers that pulled up. You know, they had run the Winter Season Park set, and
Mhm.
Free had pulled up, Terrence J, um damn, was it Jalissa? Jalissa had pulled up.
Mhm. Yeah, the most recent shit going on in the Diddy case, I'm still keeping track with
Oh,
it.
Tigger, I'm bugging. Tigger had pulled up definitely.
Yeah, I'm still keeping track of it. Big ups to Melody King. I follow her stuff. She always uploads every day on stuff. I usually listen to it like in the morning as I'm getting ready. What I right now is there's a Jane Doe, and I have to explain for anyone who doesn't know what Jane Doe is. Jane Doe is just a generic avatar for someone who wants to have their privacy protected. But there's a Jane Doe that's been on stand for the past couple of days, and the long story short is this Jane Doe was basically put through the ringer, just like Cassie was in a relationship with Diddy and was forced to do things she didn't want to do and all that. But the rumor going around is that this Jane Doe is a 50s ex, the mother of his child, which would explain the beef.
Please say alleged, please, because that shit is
Alleged,
burning hot right now.
yeah, allegedly. That's allegedly, and there's been rumors for years that this ex was a see what's a politically correct term, um, an adult performer. That's been what 50 has alleged. Of course, she's denied it, and she's accused him of being abusive and things like that. They have a child together and all that. I know what is true is that they were photographed together. Diddy and 50's ex, they were photographed together on more than one occasion last year, before a lot of this stuff happened. So, but that's the rumor allegedly that the Jane Doe is a Diddy's, not Diddy's, but 50's ex, and if that's true, it would definitely explain the bad blood between the two. But anyway, and more other updates. At some point in this trial, Diddy is going to take the stand himself. Now, when you're on trial for anything, the lawyers often recommend that you do not take the stand. Like don't incriminate yourself. We'll defend for you. That's what we're paid to do. But in some cases, a person who's at trial will every now and then take the stand themselves to defend their own, their character, so to speak. We don't know when that will happen, but at some point in this trial, Diddy is going to take the stand. When that happens, man, you're going to be seeing memes all over the internet. So
They King Leo said they had pics together. He said he'd be right back.
yeah, they do have pics together. That is true.
I would figure.
There's stories about Steve Harvey's stepdaughter as well.
Who, Lori?
Yeah, she's like a model. She was also been like
Yeah.
Yeah. There's all. Yeah. And also in relation to Steve Harvey, he has a lot of stuff on his official YouTube and on his Twitter. A lot of jokes involving baby oil and a lot of clips with Diddy have been removed because there's been many parties and just gatherings where I guess he's interacted with Diddy over the years and he's removed them from his.
Yeah,
social
fucking
media.
Kevin Hart at the BET Awards, he was throwing shots off the kick. At the beginning, he was like, all right, now when the show's over, no after party tonight, y'all. Tell y'all, after this, y'all go straight home. Y'all know y'all is. And when it comes to the after parties, people be sliding all over the place. He started throwing shots off the kick.
Yeah, I'm not a Kevin Hart fan, but I'll give him this. He did call that shit out, that old video with Usher, Diddy, and Kevin Hart. Yeah, Kevin Hart was like, "The fuck this dude talking about?"
Nah, you gotta hear that. Yo, he was going in. He was going in last night at the beginning of the awards. He was throwing shots at Kirk Franklin. He was throwing shots at Cardi B. Like he was going in. He kept the light on Snoop. He was talking about that pink stuff. Like he was like, "Yo, Cardi B, what's up with that pink stuff y'all had on the boat?" He was going in. Because y'all know it's a new type of substance as of late that's pink. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know, y'all know.
Yeah, I'm going through Twitter and I'm seeing this Olafemi dude got attacked in the parking lot. Man, I gotta say this, man. This NXT parking lot, this shit's more dangerous than a Hood movie.
Right. You might as well pull up in a helicopter. That parking lot is not safe. Man,
it is not safe.
But it's crazy because it's like so much going on in NXT. Maybe it's just me, but it's like it's overcrowded. And this dude Obafemi is like, It's like Obafemi is not the headline of the show. He's not the main event to me. Because even if I was a casual, which I am, I should be seeing nothing but Obafemi. Like, of course, you're gonna have like a Ricky Saints and.
This is what happens when you get in bed with all these other promotions because they're too busy promoting all this other shit.
Yeah, it's so much going on.
Yeah, I remember like Impact was going through that. There was I forgot what year it was. I think it was like 2022. I forgot what year it was, but there was 1 year in Impact because I know Marky D was pissed. It was like they had to promote. Mickey James was there, and Mickey wanted to do like a woman's pay-per-view. It was for NWA. I forgot what it was called. It was actually a pretty decent show.
Yeah, Empower.
Yes, yeah, thank you. Yeah, Empower,
Yeah.
right. So Mickey was with Impact at the time, and so she was using Impact to promote Empower. But because she was promoting Empower, a lot of girls from NWA had to make appearances, so people could know who the fuck they were. But then while they were doing that, a lot of the people from Ring of Honor had got laid off. So it was like this was like the original Ring of Honor before TK bought Ring of Honor. So like Maria, Mike Bennett, PCO, Matt Taven. They were like a Ring of Honor faction, but they weren't Ring of
Yeah.
Honor. So they were
Was it no honor, no
no honor, right? So they
or
like they
no
were
more
promoting
honor no more?
right, yeah. So they were promoting them. They were promoting like Empower, and then like they had just rejuvenated their relationship with New Japan because Scott D'Amore guy like went to Japan himself personally to like apologize for like how Okada was used, and so they were going to send some of their X Division guys to like the best of Super Juniors and stuff. So like New Japan guys were showing up like Ishimori and JY. It was a very bizarre. It was like a 2-hour episode where they were promoting everything but their own fucking show. They were promoting like NWA. They were promoting New Japan. They were promoting Ring of Honor, even though like Ring of Honor was dead. And it was like, meanwhile, there wasn't any reference of like any actual like Impact stories or Impact champ. Like that's what happens when you get in bed with all those companies. That's why Obafemi just feels like whatever. Because even though he's the champion, he's not the focus because they got to promote whatever Trick Williams is doing because Trick is the TNA champion.
And he's
the
killing
NXT
it right
guy.
now. I ain't gonna lie, he's killing it right now. Trick. I'm not taking
Right,
nothing
so
away
they
from
gotta
Trick, but it's like I don't know.
yeah, so it's like they got to promote
What
that.
does this dude got going on? What
Who,
does
Ola?
Obafemi got going? Yeah,
I don't know. He's faced some new dude. That's all I know. I think he's from the little program they have. You know,
what's his name again? Miles Bourne. Was that him?
I'm not sure, but it's one of the new guys from their little ID program. I think right,
Yeah.
the little ID program. Yeah, but that's what's happening right now because they got to promote uh, TNA stuff. But now that they're in bed with AAA, they got to promote that too. So then you got to combine TNA promotion with AAA promotion, and now they also got to promote, Evolution because this Evolution show is going to have NXT girls, because they don't have because the main roster by itself doesn't have the depth to support it by itself. So that's why Oba just feels like whatever right now. So yeah,
What's good, color? WWE desperately needs Roman Reigns. They need Roman Reigns. I don't want to say desperately. Well, it's like they got so much going on. Where would Roman Reigns fit right now? Like, yeah, you may have him, I guess, costing Seth Rollins, but then after that, then what? Then who would Seth Rollins try to cash in on? I was saying that, logically speaking, he should have just cashed in on Gunther after that match because Gunther ain't gonna fight these dudes off after a match between Jey Uso. We know Seth Rollins got Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Even if Braun Breaker, he was fatigued after his fatal 4-way. He's not going to be able to last Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins if he was to cash in.
I'm still laughing at what you said earlier when this dude was on his own. He was killing Sammy in like 2 minutes. Since he's joined Seth, he's struggling.
Man, but I get it. Fuck it. I'm not surprised that Sammy had advanced. They're gonna start building a sympathetic storyline with Sami Zayn. And if they do it right, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not mad at it. I'm not. I'm really not. They just gotta do it properly. Shit, he's not black, so they'll do it properly. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm just teasing. But it just sucks that when it comes to R-Truth or Ron Truth killings, you don't automatically see WWE champion. That's what I see. But I understand how WWE conditioned motherfuckers for all these decades that a person like Ron Killings would never even win a championship like that. Like, we got lucky with Xavier Woods and Bobby Lashley, but even those title reigns were lackluster.
It's definitely possible, just improbable. The only way that could happen for Ron is the fans would have to hijack the shows, just like they did for Kofi Mania, just like they did for the Yes Movement of Daniel Bryan. They had to hijack that shit. They would literally have to take over the show to the point where they'd have no choice but to go in that direction. So
You talking about this dude Killings?
yeah, for him to like actually win like the WWE title, that's what would have to happen. Because we already know that Triple H clearly doesn't value him. Because he fucking signed the paper to get rid of him, clearly.
Right.
So that's the only way it would happen. So he have to is like I don't know what his merch is. Oh, actually, I do know what his merch is because that shirt he did before they fired him, that was the top selling shirt at the time,
Right.
which was also kind of strange. So, but that's
This
what would have to happen.
this dude King Leo has showed me the new shirt. Or the new shirt that says Killing Spree.
Oh yeah, I saw that shirt. Yeah, interesting.
I said Vince would have never did that.
And Cody's not safe either. I saw that promo last night when Punk and Skinner were talking, and Punk was like, "Cody's the best of us," and it was like a mixed reaction. It was like a mixed reaction. It wasn't like a loud amount of boos, but it was enough boos where you could hear him. So like the fans are not like at that like right now. Cody's all right. He's not at that point where like fans are like, okay, fuck, they're like he's not at where he was in AEW where it became.
He needs that edge. That's what Cody needs. He's too nice.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, my dude, you can still smile and be heroic and all that. But damn, yo, this dude kicked you with. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's not at that point now, but it's approaching. You can see what's gonna happen if, like, you can see. It's like when you're. It's
but
like
I'm not saying he should.
crashes.
I'm not saying he should turn heel though. That's my thing. Like, he don't have to turn heel. Just don't be.
Turn heel.
Right. Like, you don't have to be a cowardly face. That's basically what he is. He's a cowardly face.
Yeah.
We all heard of a cowardly heel. He's a cowardly face because motherfuckers could do shit to him, and then like the very next week, everything is all fine and dandy.
The Cena special.
Yeah. Like, you can still be nice and, like, be celebratory and nice and slap five and whoa after you pack up your opposition.
It was actually a TKO that brought it up to me. I didn't even think about it at the time. That Mania finish was even stupider when you consider that he damn near killed Owens. He gave Owens like an Alabama slam through the fucking ladder, damn near.
Yeah, let's talk about it. They ain't ready for that conversation. I think he ended this dude's career.
Right, so he did that to Owens, but wouldn't hit Cena with a belt at Mania. Like, yeah, that makes no fucking sense. Why would you do? Because like the Owens feud showed that he was willing to go that far, but against Cena, it was like, dude, like, that doesn't make sense.
Because I guess that's his hero. Fuck out of here, your hero kicks you in the dick.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. I was just so shocked at just how bad the match was, and but looking back at it now, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense at all. So,
motherfucker kicked you in the dick and beat you up with a watch, but you don't want to fucking hit him with a belt at WrestleMania. Man, please.
It was just like, and it wasn't even like Cody's fault particularly. Like, the whole thing was just very self-sabotaging. It's like, all right, so you can fight off the bloodline, you can fight off AJ, you can fight off Owens, you can fight off Fatu, but like over the hill Cena and Travis Scott is what does you in. Like, what? That makes
for all that, you might as well let Solo win. Solo might as well had got to run with the belt.
Yeah, just the whole thing was bad. Like, nobody looked good out of that. Like, Cena didn't look good, Cody didn't look good, Rock didn't look good, Triple H, like, no. Like, the company's still recovering from that. So, yeah.
You are so right, come to think of it. Like, Solo might as well have just won. He might as well just had to run with the belt because it's like, after all that shit, You bummed out over fucking Cena in one of the worst matches you ever had in that whole title reign. Matter of fact, the worst match you had in the whole title reign.
It was, yeah.
The build was trash. The match was trash.
Just nothing about it made sense. Like from the very beginning of it, like why would Rock want Cody to sell his soul when he's already the champion? He's already the top. Like that concept of selling your soul, it only
Yeah.
works if you're not the guy. Because it's like, what are you willing to sacrifice to get that spot? But Cody was already the guy. He was already the number one guy. He was already
He's
the
already
WWE
a
champion.
millionaire. He already
Right.
had
Like,
reality shows.
like it doesn't make sense. Like just the premise of the story made no fucking sense from the get go. It's like from the very beginning, it was like shut your brain off. But people gave it a pass because it was The Rock, and even though last year was a shit show, he made it work. He made it entertaining. So people were just like, all right, let's see where it goes. And it was like, yeah, it went nowhere. It went off the fucking cliff, is where it went. So
I'm
yeah,
telling you, with fucking anvil tied to their ankles. It's just, man. I
the only
won't be
thing,
surprised if this dude Dewey pull back up though, because you notice they keep saying the final boss here, the final boss there. See, this dude CM Punk had mentioned it in a
yeah.
Raw last night. So it's like I won't be surprised if he was to pull up again and whatever. It's I just damn this
And
shit
what the
fucking
fuck was
sucks.
what the
It
fuck
really
was that
fucking
bad
sucks
blood thing?
because what bad blood thing?
Where he came out at the end of the show and no explanation. What the fuck was that?
Mm-mm-mm.
I
Oh,
remember I remember like fans were analyzing it because he had like four fingers and then he counted down to one. And people were like, what's that mean? And people were like, oh, four guys. Like it's sad. Like it's impressive, but it's sad because you had all these fans like speculating and
yeah,
theorizing all
me
these
including
ideas.
me. I was like,
Right.
okay, he did the throat slash, and you was like, because we thinking like, yo, that's the same amount of members of the bloodline. So what are you talking about? Like, yo,
Right.
if y'all don't fucking get it together, I'm packing y'all up.
You had all these fans speculating and theorizing about all these ideas of where it was going, and every fan out there had better ideas than what we actually got. Like, the fuck?
I think we all didn't fucking expect what happened. Like, we were all wrong. Right,
Yeah.
Bally, it led to nothing. None of us expected this shit. It was like, what? Remember when this motherfucker came to Netflix, the first episode of Netflix, Cody, you're my brother. I love you. Let's get drunk. We like, what? What?
Yeah.
What?
And it wasn't even like that was bad, but Cody and the crowd like laughing about like, oh, Dwayne, like his Leave with the Beaver. Like
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, you know what? A small piece of me was saying, like, yo, you know what? Maybe he's trying to lure him in. And in a way, he did. Remember, when he said, oh, Rock, go fuck yourself. And Rock beat him to death with the weightlifting belt. It's like they fucking lined this dude up again. Another way how this dude, Cody Rhodes, looked like a complete simp.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why are you having drinks with this fucking man? This dude done made you bloodied in the fucking rain, all that, embarrassed you. And oh, let's have some Terramana and some Wheatley's vodka.
Just very weird.
That's why motherfuckers look at Cody like, yo, you a bitch ass dude. Cause it's like, yo, a motherfucker could do the most to you. And you still willing to chill out and hang out with the person. Or everything was all good. That's like Stone Cold. Like on the rise of Stone Cold, he was a fucking rebel and all that shit. And then you see him having a beer with Triple H or something like that. Just hanging out like, oh yeah, what's going on, Triple H? I know you let him, like We was all disappointed, B. Because I was here for caping for this dude Cody Rhodes. And I'm like, all right now, Cody Rhodes, you gotta stop letting these motherfuckers line you up. He got lined up in every single situation. Let's really be real.
He's trying to rival Rusev for done babyface.
Yeah. Like he's like, did you read the Sting's playbook when it comes to being a face wrestler?
The only
You
thing
know
left
Sting.
for
You
Rock.
already know Sting give it up.
If you cross me,
The motherfucker crossed him already twice from before then. Hey,
Only
you be
thing left
asking
for Rock.
for it.
Only thing left for Rock to do now is just make out with Brandy in front of him.
And he'll still be standing there like, but I love you. Like the fuck? Drink some libations with me. And then gonna sit there and say during that press conference, oh, I have to admit, me and Jey Uso was drunk. Do we really need to know that? Duh.
Have you noticed every time Jay teams with Cody, he loses right after? Jay, stop hanging out with Cody. This dude is a bad luck. This dude is bad luck for you, dude. This dude has done nothing for you. Every time you get involved with this nigga, you lose. You was teaming with your brother Jimmy. You were the longest reigning tag team champion ever. You get involved with Cody, you lose in the main event of WrestleMania. You fucking team up with Cody again. You become the tag team champions. Next thing you know, you lose the Intercontinental title. And here you are, you team up with Cody again. You're the world champion. Following week, you lose to Gunther. Like, stop talking. This dude, Cody, is the angel of death for you, Jay. Fucking block this dude on social media, okay? Stop talking to this dude. Let Jimmy hang out with him. Big Jim, whatever.
He's in limbo. That dude, Jimmy Uso, I don't know what he got going on. He was like, fuck that. Since I got some free time, me and Naomi, we going to the BET Awards.
He'll be all right, man. He wakes up to Naomi every night. He'll be fine.
Right? And she can make a hell of a sandwich.
Yep.
I see that on Total Divas. Like, she was making them stacked sandwiches. Like, I'm like, shit. She know way to that motherfucker heart when it comes to them stacked sandwiches, I guess.
Well, I always say the quickest way to a guy's heart is through his stomach, so.
Yeah, B. So I heard people were saying that this dude, R-Truth cutting his hair was basically like some racist type shit because back then the slave owners used to tell the black dudes or whatever, oh, don't let your hair like grow too long. I don't know. I didn't do no research on it myself.
I just see it as a visual change.
Me too.
Visualize. He's got to do something to, because people look at him and they associate the dreads with R-Truth. So he had to do something visually.
And they was falling anyway. Like,
right.
I was saying that like for a few weeks now. How the dress looked like it was hanging on by a fucking prayer.
Right. He had to do something to make casual fans understand this is not R-Truth. To his credit, when he did it, it got a big reaction. Fans are like, "Oh my god!" Like, you know,
it got a holy shit chant.
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't happened to Bianca yet. Maybe it won't now that Vince is gone. But if Vince was there, absolutely, he would have did some story to get her hair cut off. Because Vince was on that kind of time for sure. So.
Shit. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I'm gonna go live tomorrow for what's the name of the Dynamite tomorrow? The special Dynamite.
I think it's called like Summer Blockbuster.
Yeah, Blockbuster Summer Blockbuster. I don't know if I'm gonna go live for that one.
That's fine. We have been, covering a lot of shows.
Hell yeah, we've been doing a damn thing, B. On our way to 300 episodes over here. fuck I'm talking about. I'm loving it. Getting more subs and all that shit. More content's getting pushed out, especially when it comes to the gameplay. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get to it, B. Shit. Let's shut down shop early tonight. Why not?
Alrighty.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get up out of here. Gonna pull up on I'm pulling up on Friday. Take a little break. Cause I was thinking about going live tomorrow. I don't know, it depends. You see if I go live. You just be like, oh shit, this dude's live, then just pull up. But more than likely I won't be.
All right, see you Friday.
All right. Shout out to go to Black Star, Ballet, my dude Blaze, Cutler, Josh. Yeah, buddy. Another 4 hours, right? And it might be a good show. Who knows? But I'm not that intrigued. Not right now. But who knows? Shit could change tomorrow. But more than likely, I'll see y'all on Friday.
Executioner! Welcome to the club where them niggas get the bullets. Loaded up guns with the trigger and we pull it. We got bad bitches talking cause they do this. Run up on us, you get dropped, bitch, you stupid. You don't want me pull a knife to a ring fight. Switchblade, blade runner on the king, right? Magic killer on the floor, devil in your six. The art of finesse by fucking on your chick. We don't throw down in the air, we just shoot up. The girl want a beast king cause she chews up. I'm too sweet on the lips, now she booed up. She don't fuck with losers, her niggas just screwed up. These niggas thinking you're the realest, fell off the floor. Started laughing at you stupid niggas. Life is war when you out here grinding and you hustle. I'll make sure that you niggas won't scorn. I'ma leave your ass scorn. Call me Jay White and I'm the switchblade. Hit the blade runner on these bitch maids. Why you little niggas play with Beyblades?
You bow down to the king, I'm your sensei.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Get your ass whooped like Wu Fei. I finesse 3 or 4s like Chris Bay. Yeah, you can keep your mouth closed. Caprende.
I'm over here while I'm with the Bullet Club. Switchblade, hit your belly, good to be your dub. Me and LP, gotta get it out the mud. Pulverizing hot beats, that's what I love. In the VIP with the red speed, cause the game stay cold like Gretzky. We not playing basketball, don't press me. Man, which dude want their face messy? Got more bars than the boulevard. I'm just like a dealer, stay pulling cars. And unpredictable when I'm fully charged. When your entourage over with a fucking car. Got that rock from China. When she slip that shit, I will grind her. My J's white, you can't find her. Awesome caliber like Illa.
Call me Jay White and I'm the switchblade. Hit the blade runner on these bitch maids. Why you little niggas play with Beyblades?
You bow down to the king, I'm your sensei.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Get your ass whooped like Wu Fei. I finesse 3 or 4s like Chris Bay. Yeah, you can keep your mouth closed. Caprende. Call me Jay White and I'm the switchblade. Hit the blade runner on these bitch maids. Why you little niggas play with Beyblades?
You bow down to the king, I'm your sensei.
I don't give a fuck what you say. Get your ass whooped like Wu Fei. I finesse 3 or 4s like Chris Bay. Yeah, you can keep your mouth closed. Caprende.